Hi everyone, it's Ben Malapili here, and today I'll be talking about what not to do as a property investor. So it's very important for you to know what to do for you to be successful or to make money in property investing, but it's just as important for you to learn what not to do because it's just as important. If you learn what to do, you'll keep doing that, and if you learn what not to do, you'll make sure you never do that. So there's three main reasons people lose money, and I don't know if you guys know this, but 95% of property investors lose money in property. So today I'll basically today I'll just basically be explaining the three reasons why that happens. Reason number one is people do not invest in knowledge. A sure way for you to lose money in property is to not invest in knowledge. I mean, doctors go to school for 6 years to become doctors. You don't just wear a lab coat and then go to a hospital and start operating on people because you wanna be a doctor. But instead, you have to go to university for 6 years and do practicals and all sorts of things before you become a qualified doctor. And even when you're qualified, if you want to be a specialist at brain surgery or whatever, you're still going to go spend a couple of more years for you to be a doctor. You can spend 10 years just learning for you to become a doctor. If people spend 10 years learning to become doctors, why can't property investors also go to school to learn how to do property investing? The good thing is that you don't have to go to school for 10 years as a property investor. You can actually go to private courses, these I call them private institutions, but it sounds more of a formal education, but they workshops. Yeah, I'll call them workshops. There are workshops that can teach you property investing in 2 days, and you won't even pay 10% of how much you pay for tuition fees at a university. And what's great about property workshops is that you are taught by someone who's actually in the field and is successful. So I've never been to a property workshop where someone who doesn't know anything about property or hasn't invested in property is there teaching people how to invest in property. So yeah, the main reason, or the first reason why most people lose money investing in property is because they have no knowledge of it. I mean, would you allow someone who decided yesterday or 2 months ago and watched a couple of YouTube videos to operate on your kidney and make a kidney transplant? No. Then why would you go ahead and invest in property when you only watch 2 or 3 YouTube videos? The second reason why most people lose money in property is because they listen to people who are not property investors tell them about property investing. Property is an investment. Invest in property, you'll never go wrong in property. And that's not true. 95% of people lose money investing in property, but because they all think that property is an investment or property is an asset, then they never mind it, or they excuse any money that they lose and things like that. And I'm here to tell you today that not all property is an investment, not all property is an asset. According to Robert Kiyosaki, an asset is something that brings money into your pocket, and a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. So if you've got a property and you're not making any money from it, it's a liability, it's not an asset. But if you own a property and you've got a tenant there, and the rent that they're paying is less than the bond that you're paying and all the expenses that you're paying, then you're making money, and that is an asset. And reason number 3 why people lose money investing in property is because people become successful in other fields and they automatically assume that because they're successful as lawyers or successful as doctors or successful as soccer players or whatever they assume that because I'm successful that I'll be successful investing in property. I mean, how hard can property be? Well, I'm here to tell you today that success in your previous field or your current field or current career or whatever else that you're doing does not guarantee any success as a property investor. I've seen so many property people go around calling themselves property investors while they're losing a whole lot of money investing in property. And simply because they make a whole lot of money or very successful in their current careers, they just assume that they'll also do well in property. Well, because I'm a very successful doctor and I've performed 1,000 heart transplants and I'm well known and I'm the highest paid doctor, it does not automatically mean that if I step into the courtroom, into a courtroom, I'll become the best lawyer there. So why would someone assume that they're doing well as a doctor or as a lawyer and automatically assume that they'll do well as property investors? For that mere reason, a lot of people lose money because of that. They always tell themselves that, hey, how can it be? I mean, I went to school for 6-7 years learning how to be a doctor. What's investing in property? Well, I'll tell you now, you'll lose money. And another thing is people don't generally, because of how we are, we don't go around publicizing our downfall. So when people don't make money in property or lose money in property, they don't go around telling people their horrific stories. They just keep it to themselves, keep quiet, or they just think that, hey, my parents told me that property is an investment, so either way it's an investment. So yeah, those are the three main reasons why people lose money investing in property. It's number one, lack of knowledge. Number two, listening to people who aren't property investors tell you about property investing. And number three, success in your career. Assuming that success in your current career will automatically mean success as a property investor. So if you learned anything new here, or if you find any value in this, please like, please share. That just lets me know that you guys are finding what I drop here valuable and for me to keep making more. But other than that, you guys can find more of my content on YouTube, follow me on Insta, and yeah, remember, secure the bag all day, every day, and twice on Sunday.